meteorologist Jessica Dobson is here now with the check of your forecast. I'm kind of bummed that it's an alert day because I haven't seen Jessica in so long, and we want to catch up, but we've got this alert day.
I know. We got to be serious, which we, of course, want everyone to be prepared and never panic. But as of right now, there's no ongoing severe storms in wave country specifically. All of the strong storm activity as of right now is much further to our west, and that's where kind of the bullseye is, which we'll talk more on in just a few moments. So our strong to severe storm potential looks to take place between about 8 and 9 o'clock tonight through roughly 2 a.m. So they're going to be moving fast. These are going to be some fast moving storms that we see. So they're going to be in and out rather quickly. And then we do have the potential of seeing damaging wind gusts. So we're talking straight line winds that are going to be very powerful and upwards of 60 plus miles per hour for some of those stronger storms that we could see. And also we can't rule out the low end potential of maybe an isolated tornado or two. I think that threat is especially true for areas west of I-65, but especially true into far western Kentucky. That's where we have the much better chances of seeing that tornado potential. And then the storms are actually going to weaken as they continue to move their way further to the east. So the Storm Prediction Center, here's the latest outlook. They have increased us to a moderate risk for Jackson and Jennings counties, along with a couple of the counties just to the south. That's going to be for the wind potential, those damaging wind gusts. And then the rest of wave country is under that level 3 enhanced risk. So what you need to know about that is that Indiana has been upgraded slightly, southern Indiana that is, for a moderate risk for those gusty winds that we're going to be expecting. And most of the shower and storm activity really looks to pick up just before midnight tonight. So right around 9 or 10 o'clock, we'll begin to see the strongest of the storms begin to move into our area. So that's where we have that 80 to 90% chance. And then they quickly taper off. After about 2 a.m., we're going to see those storms quickly exit to our east, and they're going to be out of our hair, which is good news for our Saturday. However, we have a wind advisory in place for our Saturday, which we'll talk more on in just a moment. Let's bring you outside now, giving you a live view. This is from our Bardstown, Kentucky SkyTrack camera. It looked like a little bit of blue sky. I was trying to peek in between some of the thinner clouds that we have, which, of course, on a severe weather day, we don't want any more sunshine than what we necessarily need. But you can kind of see the bubbly look to the sky. We do have a couple of pockets of clearing across parts of southern Indiana, and then maybe some clearing across Bullitt County. But you'll notice further to the west is where all of the severe thunderstorm warnings and watches, even tornado watches ongoing, all the way from places like Iowa rather, to Illinois, all the way through Missouri and into Arkansas, where they already have a couple of tornado warnings. And this is a pretty rare day. This is our Storm Prediction Center outlook. And when we say the strongest of the storms are going to be staying to our west, this is what we mean. We actually have two areas of a high risk, which is the highest on the scale. And we have not had a day like this since April 12th of 2012. So it's been about 11 years since we've had two different areas with the potential, the high end potential of maybe a severe weather outbreak. But for us, it's going to be a much lower potential. We're watching it, but we also have the chances of seeing another very windy day tonight and especially into our Saturday morning. We have a wind advisory in place through 5 p.m. tomorrow. Wind gusts could reach speeds as high as around 50 miles per hour, and that's going to give way to, yes, a gusty Saturday. We'll see a few passing showers and some light drizzle, and then by Sunday, we're going to be looking at a much better second half to our weekend. As we look ahead towards our next Tuesday, we have another round of strong to severe storms, and that's going to be arriving again by Tuesday. Still a lot of fine-tuned details we have to get through with this next system on Tuesday, and we'll continue to keep you up to date all weekend long. Looking at your 10-day earliest alert, temperatures climb into the low 80s by Tuesday, turning a little summer-like, and we hover right around the 60s with a few showers possible by Easter weekend. We'll be back with more Wave News right after this.
Perfect.